Last year, I started a business from scratch and grew it to $50,000 per month in just a few weeks. I also documented the entire journey here on the channel. If you haven't seen those videos, here's a quick rundown. Basically, I found the product on TikTok, cross-referenced it on Amazon, and I saw a giant opportunity. I changed and improved some things about the product that I saw I could fix, and I launched to the markets, and it did very, very well. There was one thing I never mentioned though. Basically, I accomplished that whole thing and saw that success with the help of essentially what is a reseller, otherwise known as a trading company. And maybe some of you guys watching this video don't know exactly what that is, and maybe some of you guys do know and are wondering why I would partner up and work with a trading company. But essentially in China, there are two different types of suppliers. There's one, the factories who actually make the product for you, and trading companies, the ones who just basically resell the products to you from factories. And if all you've done is watch YouTube videos, then you probably think that these trading companies are just middlemen who sell the product to you at a premium. Most sellers absolutely hate trading companies and will do whatever it takes to avoid them. With that all being said, let me explain why I actually love working with the trading companies and why without them, I don't think I would have seen the success that I did. When launching a product, there's a few key metrics you obviously have to follow. You probably know this by now. It's good profit margins, good ROI, and high demand. Those are all a given, but there's a few other ones that you absolutely need to have if you want to see huge success on Amazon. The first thing, aside from the obvious, is you need to have speed. The faster you can get into the markets, the more money you're gonna make. That's kind of a given. The second thing you need is a good selling proposition, otherwise known as a good differentiation. And three, you need to be able to scale fast, launch more products in the market, and grow your brand. So I guess the third one kind of is like the first one, but it's about growing fast. So again, it has to do with speed. And that's exactly where a trading company comes in to help. Without my trading company, I wouldn't have been able to source the product because when I found it, it was a very, very new product and there were very, very few manufacturers actually selling it. So they helped me source it fast since they are in China, they speak the language and they know exactly where to go. And two, they helped me source a differentiation. So imagine not only finding a product that's very hard to find, but also being able to source a differentiation that I had to work on. They essentially acted as my boots on the ground to help accomplish exactly what I needed to get done. Some people hire sourcing agents, I hire trading companies. I could hire a sourcing agent who maybe doesn't have as much experience in that particular niche, or I could spend a ton of time finding someone who does have experience in that niche and getting them to go to China to message suppliers and figure out exactly where to get my product for me. Or I could pay a small premium to a trading company to get this done way, way faster and who has a ton of experience in that space. Also, by paying that premium, I'm actually giving them a vested interest in the success of the product, because if the product does really well, they're going to get that small percentage on an ongoing basis. Basically, I'm giving up a small piece of the pie to make sure that the sourcing is done correctly. And some of you may be thinking, why would I give that small percentage up to a trading company on a recurring basis on every single order? To that I say, Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, and he actually only owns about 10% of Amazon. And if you look at Elon Musk, he owns only about 20% of Tesla. And the reason they do this is because they know and understand that if you give the opportunity and incentivize other people around you and give them the opportunity to get rich as well with you, you will get much richer in the long term. The trading company I work with also helps me source new products. They deal with problems in manufacturing with me, they deal with negotiations, and they act as a completely free warehouse for me as well. They are also my inspection company, and they are my right-hand man, the boots on the ground in China for me. And I know this probably goes against basically everything you've heard on YouTube and many probably courses and stuff like that, but if you find a good trading company, it's literally the easiest way to scale. I see something on TikTok or online, I message my guy from the trading company and I say, hey, can you find this? Within 2 to 3 hours, I get a bunch of quotes of the exact product that I need, and a lot of them are better than the quotes that I see on Alibaba. And this is exactly how I've structured my company, and I think it's, like I said, the easiest and the best way to scale. So basically what I have here, and sorry for the writing, but this is how it's going to be. This is me, the CEO. There's one division here, the marketing side of it, and here I have the people doing organic marketing, posting on TikTok, etc., reposting, stuff like that. I have the socials, ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, etc. I have PPC, and that is the marketing side. I also have the customer service side. These are people hired to basically answer questions, emails, etc., stuff like that. And then I have this division right here, which again is completely, doesn't really have anything to do with me, right? I think that the best ways to kind of build out your business is to make sure that you have each division doing their own things and you're kind of overseeing it and maybe giving some input here and there. So here I have the trading company. They deal with warehousing, they deal with logistics. So I tell them, hey, like this is where I need to go, and you deal with it, basically get it there. They tell me the price and we do it that way. They deal with negotiations. They also deal with quality control. And this is exactly how I structure it. I don't have to do anything here. This is done. I don't have to do anything here. This is done. And I have to do very little here. I'm like overseeing everything. And because each department and division is ran by its own kind of little teams, I'm just overviewing and making sure everything works correctly. I've set it up this way because it allows me to put my attention into the things that matter most. I'm able to focus on the marketing side of PPC and Amazon and really the things where my skill set is suited best, and the sourcing and stuff like that. If I can give that and put that in charge of somebody else, they're able to do what they're the best at. I'm not sure this is the right move for everyone, but for me, it's been a huge game changer. I want to keep my company and my businesses simple and lean and efficient because we're all here for profits at the end of the day. I don't care about how much revenue I make. I want to keep everything lean, low cost, and ultra profitable. The way that the trading company works is completely not my problem. As long as they get their stuff done, that's all that matters. And as long as they do it fast, which they do if you find a good one. And I know that at this point, you may be not convinced, and that's totally fine. For me, it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to share this with you. But when you do find a good trading company, the premium that you're going to be paying is also not even that high. Maybe now you're asking, okay, so how high is that premium? I've actually wondered myself that in the past as well. So that's why I went in and I started to do some research. I decided to reach out to a bunch of suppliers, real manufacturers, the factories, and figure out how much more I'm paying for this, premium. And I found out a lot of the prices I was getting back from the factories was higher than what I was paying to the trading company. The ones that were actually lower were about, 4 to 5% lower. So in conclusion, for about 4 to 5% that I'm paying on a premium, I'm actually getting a sourcing agent, warehouse, and inspection company. I'm getting a partner that has a vested interest in the success of my business, all for less than 5%. And for me, I think it was the only reason I was able to grow and scale so quickly with almost no headaches from China. I had headaches elsewhere, you can see in the videos that I posted before, but the China sourcing and stuff like that was super, super easy. So maybe next time you're sourcing a product, don't just instantly dismiss the trading companies. Sometimes they can be really good. I hope you enjoyed the video, and even if you got just a tiny bit of value, consider subscribing so you can be the first to see my videos when they do come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.